The year is 1532. A pivotal moment in history is about to unfold. A clash of cultures that will forever alter the course of the Americas. The Andes Mountains, ancient and imposing, stand as silent witnesses to the drama about to unfold. Their peaks, reaching toward the heavens, have guarded secrets for millennia. These majestic mountains cradle the heartland of the Inca Empire, a civilization of unparalleled ingenuity and organization. Tawantinsuyu, the land of the four quarters, a realm meticulously divided and governed, stretching across vast distances. Terraced farms climb the slopes, a testament to the Incas' mastery of agriculture, transforming seemingly impossible terrain into fertile fields. And a network of stone roads, marvels of engineering, connect cities filled with gold-covered temples, shimmering under the Andean sun. These temples are dedicated to the sun god Inti, the life-giver, the source of all power and prosperity in the Inca world. But now, into this meticulously ordered world, strange ships appear on the Pacific horizon, harbingers of change and conflict. Their white sails billowing in the wind, they carry a force that will challenge the very foundations of the Inca Empire. On board are Spanish conquistadors, hardened by years of warfare and driven by insatiable ambition, led by the ruthless Francisco Pizarro. They are drawn by rumors of a city of gold, a legendary El Dorado that promises untold riches and power. The Spaniards, though few in number, possess a distinct advantage. They are armed with steel, forged in the fires of European technology. They wield the power of gunpowder, a force unknown and terrifying to the Inca people. And they ride horses, creatures that inspire both awe and fear in the hearts of the Inca. As they march inland, the conquistadors are awed by the empire's scale and sophistication, a testament to the Inca's organizational prowess. The Inca, masters of stone, have built an empire that seems impenetrable, their cities rising from the mountains like natural extensions of the landscape. Their sustenance comes from maize, carefully cultivated and revered as a gift from the gods. And their society is intertwined with the gentle strength of llamas, beasts of burden, and providers of wool. The Inca see gold as sacred, a symbol of the sun's divine power, not merely as a means of exchange. But the Spanish see it as wealth to be seized, a source of power and prestige to be exploited without remorse. Two worlds, one of collective order, deeply rooted traditions, and a profound reverence for nature, the other driven by ambition, fueled by religious zeal, and dedicated to conquest at any cost, are about to collide in a cataclysmic encounter that will reshape the destiny of an entire continent. The air is thick with foreboding, heavy with the weight of impending conflict and the uncertainty of the future. Here, in the heart of the Andes, amidst these towering peaks and ancient stones, the fate of a continent will be decided in a single fateful afternoon. The collision of civilizations is imminent, and the world will never be the same. In the highland city of Cajamarca, nestled high in the Andes, Pizarro's small band of 168 men, hardened by years of conquest and exploration, daringly occupy the main square. They were a tiny force, a mere speck in this vast empire. But all around them, on the surrounding hills, a sea of faces watches. Tens of thousands of Inca soldiers, loyal to their emperor, observe every move. The Spanish are utterly dwarfed, an isolated island in a vast ocean of indigenous power. The air crackles with the energy of the Inca's numbers and elaborate pageantry. Banners flutter, drums beat, and the plaza vibrates with anticipation. Atahualpa, the Sapa Inca, the absolute ruler of this mighty empire, arrives in a magnificent golden litter, a symbol of his divine right to rule. He is attended by a vast retinue of nobles, priests, and thousands upon thousands of devoted followers, all eager to witness this momentous occasion. The plaza, usually a place of commerce and daily life, now fills with vibrant color, rhythmic song, and the palpable energy of a civilization at its peak. But amidst this spectacle, the Spaniards remain hidden, concealed within the buildings surrounding the square, their presence a silent threat. Atahualpa, secure in his power and expecting deference from these strange visitors, is met with an unsettling silence, a stark contrast to the vibrant energy of his arrival. Suddenly, breaking the silence, a lone figure emerges from the Spanish ranks. A friar named Vicente de Valverde approaches the Inca emperor. He carries with him the symbols of his faith, a wooden cross and a leather-bound Bible. With an audacity that belies his small numbers, he demands that Atahualpa submit to the authority of the distant Spanish king and to the seemingly incomprehensible tenets of the Christian faith. Atahualpa, utterly baffled by this strange request and deeply insulted by its presumptuousness, cautiously examines the Bible, a book presented to him as the Word of God. He holds it to his ear, expecting to hear the divine voice, but when it remains silent, he tosses it aside in disdain. The book lands on the ground, a discarded object unable to speak to him. This seemingly small act of defiance is the spark that ignites the powder keg. The tension in the square is now palpable, electric, a storm about to break. In that single, fleeting moment, a moment pregnant with consequence, the fate of two vast empires, the Inca and the Spanish, hangs precariously by a thread, balanced on the edge of a knife. The Spanish, seizing their opportunity, prepare to strike with ruthless efficiency. The world, unknowingly, holds its breath, poised on the brink of a cataclysmic clash of civilizations. The Bible hits the ground. Valverde flees, shouting the signal. The Spanish erupt from hiding, cannons roaring, smoke and chaos engulfing the square. The Inca, unarmed and unprepared, are thrown into panic by the thunder of gunpowder and the charge of cavalry. Horses and steel cut through the crowd. The Inca's bravery is no match for Spanish weapons. Pizarro's goal is clear: capture Atahualpa. Amid the carnage, he reaches the golden litter, seizes the emperor, and drags him away. The Inca resistance collapses. Thousands on the hillsides watch in disbelief as their living god is taken. In a single afternoon, 168 men have shattered an empire. The unimaginable has happened. Atahualpa, now a prisoner, is the key to the Inca's fate. He offers a ransom, a room filled with gold and twice with silver, hoping to buy his freedom. Pizarro agrees, and treasure pours in from across the empire. Temples stripped, sacred objects surrendered. The Spanish melt down priceless art into ingots, erasing centuries of culture for raw wealth. For the Inca, it's sacrilege. For the Spanish, it's a dream realized. The ransom is paid, but Atahualpa remains captive. The Spanish, enriched beyond imagination, see only more opportunity. The Inca world is shaken to its core. The greatest ransom in history cannot buy back what is lost. The balance of power has shifted forever. The fate of the emperor and the empire remains uncertain. Despite the ransom, Atahualpa's fate is sealed. The Spanish fear releasing him. Their position is too precarious. A sham trial convicts him of fabricated crimes. On July 26, 1533, Atahualpa is led to his death in the same square where he was captured. Offered a choice: convert to Christianity for a merciful death or burn alive. He chooses baptism. He is strangled, not burned, but the divine link of the Inca world is broken. The empire, leaderless and fractured, begins to unravel. Local lords assert independence. The Spanish march on Cusco. The conquest is nearly complete. The sun is set on the Inca Empire. A civilization collapses in the shadow of greed and steel. The encounter between the Spanish conquistadors and the Inca Empire is one of history's most striking examples of asymmetric warfare. How did such a small band of Europeans manage to conquer such a vast and sophisticated civilization? How did so few conquer so many? The answer, in large part, lies in the disparity of technology and ideas. It wasn't simply a matter of bravery or numbers, but a fundamental difference in the tools and knowledge each side possessed. Spanish steel, forged with advanced metallurgy, sliced through Inca armor with relative ease. Their bronze and quilted cotton defenses simply couldn't withstand the superior strength and sharpness. The roar of gunpowder terrified and killed, sowing chaos and fear among the Inca warriors, who had never witnessed such destructive power. The psychological impact was devastating. Horses, completely unknown in the Americas before the arrival of the Spanish, shattered Inca formations. The speed and force of a mounted charge were overwhelming, disrupting their battle lines and creating openings for the conquistadors. The Inca excelled in engineering. Their achievements in infrastructure were truly remarkable. Their network of roads, intricate terraces for agriculture, and precisely fitted stonework masonry stand as testaments to their ingenuity and skill. But they lacked the tools of war necessary to defend themselves against a technologically superior foe. Their weapons were simply no match for Spanish steel and gunpowder. Beyond weaponry, the Spanish also wielded the power of writing and the printing press, enabling them to disseminate information and knowledge far more effectively. They could record their experiences, analyze their strategies, and learn from past conquests, constantly refining their approach to warfare and empire building. The Incas' quipus, a complex system of knotted strings used for record-keeping, simply could not match the speed or reach of European communication, which allowed for the rapid dissemination of news, strategies, and propaganda. Knowledge, refined tactics honed through centuries of European warfare, and superior technology gave the Spanish a decisive edge, allowing them to overcome the Incas' numerical superiority and strategic advantages in their own territory. The clash was not just of arms, a simple contest of strength and skill on the battlefield, but a profound collision of worldviews and information, a battle between different ways of understanding and interacting with the world. The printing press in many ways was just as important, if not more so, than the sword in conquering the Andes. It allowed the Spanish to control the narrative and shape perceptions of their conquest. The fate of empires in this pivotal moment of history was written not only in steel, but also in ink, a testament to the power of both military might and the written word. The world, forever altered by this encounter, would never be the same. The consequences of this technological and informational imbalance continue to resonate today. The fall of the Inca is a lesson in adaptation. Their stability and isolation became their weakness when faced with the unknown. The Spanish, forged in conflict and change, brought relentless innovation. History repeats. Those who fail to adapt are left behind. Today, new disruptions, AI, climate change, global connectivity, demand the same lesson. Survival is not about strength, but responsiveness to change. The ability to learn and innovate is the ultimate tool. The stones of Cajamarca remind us even the greatest empires can fall in a day. The future belongs to the adaptable. The story of Cajamarca is not just history, it is a warning. Change is inevitable. Only those who adapt endure.